Um, Obviously it was an important game. We don't have long now before the break, so it's important that we make the games that we have left count in terms of points and standings and whatnot.
Why went wrong tonight, Morgan?
Pardon me?
Why weren't you able to?
I think that early on, the game's back and forth. It's right there for us, and then it's close most of the night. We think we're in a position, down one going into the third to put forth a good effort in the third and keep it close and obviously push to win. And them getting one early hurts, and then we try to make a push. And I think we need to be more desperate in those situations, and then too little, too late.
How do you find that Morgan moving forward? How do you find that desperation?
I don't know, but it's crucial. It's crucial. I think if we want to make up ground in the standings and make a push here, we have to be desperate. And I don't think we've had that in our game enough.
One point on this homestand. What's been the problem in this 5-game stretch in particular?
Yeah, obviously, if you look at our past couple of road trips, we've been able to dig in and find a way to get points and wins on the road, and then to come home and have a chance to try to gain some ground, have a home stand, and then to not make it count. It is not okay. And in terms of what went wrong, we'll have to look at that. Obviously, what I said before about just being desperate, and that idea of playoff hockey, and that idea of where we are in the standings, and how we need to play to move up and to make a push. Obviously, we didn't have it, and this time of year, the situation that we're in, it's difficult to understand.
How big of an issue is confidence right now? I see you overhand the puck.
I don't know that I would point to that. I think, whenever you're going through a tough stretch, your confidence wavers, but ultimately, that's not an excuse or anything like that. Guys have to go out there and play within structure and play hard and execute. And once you start doing that, it comes back pretty quick.
How did you assess this one tonight?
Yeah, it's tough. I thought, we started well, a couple bad breaks, and, we battled our way to get, back to even up the score. And then, just felt like our level dropped every time, we scored, and we were able to kind of felt like we gained momentum, and we just gave it right back.
How do you regroup now moving forward?
We got one road trip and 4 games left, and you want to obviously make the most of it. We've got to be more desperate as a team for the whole entire game, and going back on the road, it's a great time for us to be together, to regroup mentally, physically, and take it one game at a time. Obviously, these games are extremely important.
Auston, what's the biggest takeaway from this homestand as a whole before you guys head on the road?
Well, it wasn't great, obviously. When you have an opportunity like that coming back home and, you don't make the most of it, it's obviously very frustrating. So, we got to obviously be better.
Down one goal going into the third to give one up 16 seconds in. Do you have an explanation as to why the team came out as flat as it did early in the third?
Yeah, I don't know. It's really no excuse. That just, that can't happen. We were, like you said, going into the third, I think, we're in a good position here, good spot, down one goal. We just have to have a more sense of urgency. We have to be a more desperate team than the opponent each and every night, especially where we are at.
You haven't seen Buffalo in a while. What makes them a big challenge right now with the way they're rolling?
Yeah, they move the puck really well. They've got really dynamic defense, forwards as well. They have a very good rush game and skilled forwards up top, and they get a lot of movement in the O-zone, which can make it tough. And I thought, like I said, we had good moments throughout the game, but then our level just dropped for some reason, and that just can't happen.
What's the sense of belief that you still have enough time to rally here and get it?
I think the belief's there. It's, we can't look any further than what's in front of us, and tonight's over with, and it's obviously frustrating, but we can't look ahead at the schedule. It's about the next game against Seattle, and it's about making sure that we're ready to go and realizing how important these points are and realizing how desperate we need to be as a team each and every night, each and every shift and period. So
What went wrong in this one tonight?
It's a tough one to explain. I think we just, once again, I don't think we executed as well. They seem to be really quick and just getting to their game better than we did. And obviously, we did some good things early, able to put the puck in the net and give ourselves some leads and a couple tough breaks, and then just felt like we really couldn't gain the momentum back and really get our game to kind of be able to wear them down over the rest of the night and put yourself in a good spot, and obviously having to battle back in the third again. So, tough one.
1 point on the homestand, John. How do you put that into words in terms of?
It's not great.
You guys come home.
It's obvious it's not great. We didn't take advantage of the opportunity here with 5 at home. So disappointing, no doubt. Have to be a lot better at home. But it is what it is now. We're going back on the road. We have to turn our attention there, and obviously, big one coming up in a couple days that get ourselves trending in the right direction and try to finish things out really well before we head into the break.
John, I know you guys talked about the focus being on the next game yourself, and that, but when the standings are what they are and getting homes tonight, how difficult is that to keep that at bay?
There's really no other choice, I think, just because that's what's in your control and that's what's next. We're not going to play however many games are in the next few days. We got one game coming up in a couple days, and we know we have to just be a whole lot better. We didn't take advantage of the opportunity here at home. That's in the past now. Unfortunately, we are where we are. So, we just got to continue to stay with it, stick together, and work through the challenges we're having right now.
Do you get the sense that belief is still in the room?
Yes.
When,
Yes.
when the team is struggling the way it is, what do you draw on for inspiration to kind of flip things around and try to do?
We're playing the game at the highest level in the NHL, and you're playing for, a historic club, and there's a lot of hockey left here. Nothing's been determined, so there's the motivation is very easy. So that's not a problem.
How do you describe what tonight?
Yeah, I think it wasn't good enough effort from our side of things. I thought we had a decent start, I thought their first few goals were definitely lucky bounces, and I thought we kept it close, but I think in the third we just kind of got to come out with a better jump than that, and again we feel like we're trailing and trying to chase the game a little bit too much right now.
How do you explain that? How do you explain that when there's where the standings are, where they are, and the desperation that has been talked about?
Yeah, I think that there definitely needs to be more desperation. I think we found ourselves in this type of adversity earlier in the year, and we found a way to get out of it. So I think trusting in that fact that we've done it before, so I'm confident in our group that we could do it again.
What's been the biggest challenge trying to find that, get to that gear right now?
Work, mindset, communication. I think it's almost all the above. I felt like we didn't drive the puck enough today, to even cause a power play. So I just felt we need to get our feet moving a little bit more. Like you guys said, a little bit more desperation, and I think I think it will turn around for us.
What's the biggest takeaway from this homestand as you guys go on the road?
Yeah, it's hard to say. We haven't played our best hockey. There's definitely good spurts in there, but we can't allow this many goals. It's unacceptable from us, and that's not going to win us hockey games to let in goals like that. I think we got to control the first 5 minutes of each period, last 5 minutes. And just play sound hockey for 60 minutes, and that'll get us in the win column. But I don't think we've found a way to do that right now. So this is a huge road trip for us. Obviously, it sucks to lose 2 points to a divisional team like that, but we got to focus on our next game and our next road trip.
How much does confidence become a factor in this team, especially through this homestand, not getting?
Yeah, I don't think there's a lack of confidence. I think we have a ton of skill and a ton of talent in this locker room. I think there's a ton of confidence. I think it's just putting it all together. I think playing as a team, playing full 60 minutes, like I said, I think that's the only way we're going to win.
How concerned are you that there's still enough runway to do that, to get in the playoffs?
Yeah, I think that there's still a lot of hockey left, and I think the standings are really close. I haven't really looked at it much, to be honest with you. That's how confident I am that
we're gonna get there. You know, we just got to focus on each game, and ahead of us is four big games on the road. So that's the main focus. I think I'm not going to really look at the standings or the point totals at all. I think we're just going to try to focus on playing to our identity, playing our hockey, and trying to win games.
Craig, what went wrong for your group tonight?
I thought, well, we had a couple bad breaks go off our guys, but end of the first period, we turn the puck over, they score. And then the end of the second period, you know, it's a shot from the point, but we don't have our guys in front of the net and they score. That's the difference in the game for me. And we come out in the third and we get scored on in the first shift. I mean, it's just 2 or 3 mistakes and they're in our net.
You put an end to those 2 or 3 mistakes every game. It seemed to be constant.
Well, keep trying to work on things and stop making them, first of all. I think a couple of them guys, just do what you're supposed to do your job. But, you know, we're not getting any breaks right now, so we got to earn them. You know, that's for sure. But, you know, all we can do is push forward and focus on the next game. We've got to clean things up. We look at it and try to clean it up and then go from there.
What did you learn about your team on this homestand?
What did I learn about them?
Yeah.
Well, that we gotta keep the puck out of our net is what I learned, and we didn't do that here at home, other than the Detroit game. It's the only game we did. But until we decide to do things right and keep the puck out of our net, and that's the goalies included, this is what you're going to get. We scored enough goals on this homestand to win games, but we didn't keep the puck out of our net.
You mentioned
Until you want to keep the puck out of your net, and that's a couple things: managing the game, puck play, don't give odd man rushes up, defend harder than we are, more desperation in defending, and goalies stop the puck. That's it. Well, we could score goals. We score goals. But until we want to keep the puck out of our net, this is what we're going to get. It's no more than that. I don't want to talk about it anymore. That's all it is. I don't need to learn anything about our team. I know our team. And they're capable of doing it. So, you know, we can do it.
You mentioned the goalies.
Yeah.
Did you wish you had Dennis Hildeby at any point during this homestand? He'd been playing.
These are our guys. Stolars is back, ready to go. So this is decisions that you got to make. They're our goalies.
You mentioned not getting the breaks. How do you keep that from letting the confidence kind of fall down to a low?
I said it before. Confidence. You got to go and work and compete. Your confidence will be fine. I mean, I get it, but you know, we're in the NHL and you're getting paid to play hockey. Just you got to go and do the job. That's your job. Do your job.
More puzzling or concerning to you that you're talking about these mistakes in game 52 or 3, whatever we are when we are in the same.
Yeah, it is coming off the road trip and how good we've been playing. Yeah, it's puzzling for sure.
What's the identity of the team right now, Craig? Like, what do you?
I think our identity is, well, the way I look at it is we look at scoring as everything. And it's not everything. You know, you're not going to consistently win in this league by, you know, focusing on just scoring goals. You got to play the full rink. And right now we're not doing a good enough job without the puck.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. You talked about earning chances. Does that include obviously getting more power plays? Is that gonna...
Well, we didn't control the offensive zone enough to get some power plays tonight, you know. We did at times, but if you want to get power plays, you got to skate and you got to attack and you got to put people in vulnerable positions to take penalties.